Alright, so we are testing a new device. I've got a wireless microphone for the first time in my life. I don't know how it's gonna sound. It's really late in the night. Since I'm in my mid-40s, I'm not getting sleep at night, so I have decided to utilize this time to do something. And so as to not make a noise, I've moved farthest away from the bedroom, so I've come to the kitchen. So now I have to be in the kitchen and do something in the kitchen. And if you must know, I hate cooking. I absolutely detest cooking. I had this famous saying, I love cooking, but I love not cooking even more. And now, cooking requires a lot of clanging of pots and pans too. I'm gonna have to avoid that too. So I'm gonna cook this amazing thing today called washing grapes. Yes, washing grapes, you heard me right. Now you might say that first of all, washing grapes is not cooking. It's not, but salad, I'm in US, and US means salad is a meal. So cooking a meal. And this is a fruit salad where grapes are going to be the main ingredient. I might throw something on it afterwards, but we're going to start with some grapes. That's my fridge that has decided to kind of join me with a hum, I guess, to drown my voice even more. And that is going to be a great test for this new microphone I got. But let's take out the grapes. And you might think I'm doing this very, very boring thing. I'm going to wash some green grapes. I've got red grapes for this episode. So let's go. Whoops. You do not want to look inside my fridge. Amazing grapes. Amazing grapes. I would have sung more, but it's really late. So now I'm gonna wash these grapes. And now you might say, what is there in washing grapes? Anybody can wash grapes. Very wrong. Not everybody knows how to wash grapes. And let me clarify. My own mother does not know how to wash grapes. I have to teach her how to wash grapes, because what she does, she takes a bowl, puts all the grapes in the bowl, and then she lets them soak. Now I don't know what's her deal with science, but that is osmosis. If you've been in school, you would know that because of osmosis, if you put something in water, and if it's more solid, if it has less water inside, then water from outside will go in, and if it has more water, then water from inside will go out. Now if you put raisins in water, the raisins will become fluffy because water is going to go in, but grapes has a lot of water, so water is going to go out. So we're not going to soak grapes, because if you soak grapes in water, they're going to become like raisins. We don't want that. So now you know that, these glasses, they're not for nothing. They mean something serious. So also, what kind of pan to wash grapes in? Do you take a container like this, or do you take a container like this? Of course, a container like this, which has got two things. Okay, if you don't have this, get one of these. It's gonna make your life really easy, and not only easy, very efficient way to wash, because let me see. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. This was supposed to be like ASMR, but I guess clanging in plastic is not really qualified. So I'm doing this so that my family can wake up in the morning and get some washed grapes right in front of their faces, and they do not have excuse to not have grapes. And I have a very interesting relationship with grapes, and my husband for that matter, because the rule is that I never have wine unless my husband pours it in a glass and gives it to me. I'm always served wine, and my husband never has grapes unless I wash it and serve it to him. So we've got this great exchange program going in our marriage. I think things like these are what makes a marriage work. Someday I'm going to talk about filling water bottles, and then I'm going to talk about other things related to it, which are so important for marriage. So here we go. Now, just relax. Let the water fill. Just slowly let it fill don't have to do anything while it's spinning. Once you're done, see, now you're going to use some more science, and I'm totally going to justify these new reading glasses of God. These are for reading, these are not actually for washing grapes at all, but I mean, it's a good look, right? So when you're washing, you're going to use all the physics you have learned. So you've heard about centripetal and centrifugal forces. If you've not, that's how washing machines and everything works. So you spin it and the dirt goes out. Now in US, the grapes come pre-washed. It's pretty clean. I just have to do a quick rinse. But in India, it's harder because they come with those sticky black stains, and you really have to scrub and take them out. But it also helps to have these serrated sides, so the grapes kind of, the friction works and takes them off. Another science term I got to use, totally putting my BSc degree to good use here. And so I work, and then you can do a little bit of like this, like turn it into like a real washing machine, and it's gonna wash away whatever little dirt or dust there might have been. And then you don't have to kind of hold them and pour them out, all of that. What you do is just take them out. It's magic. You just, the water drains out like this. You don't have to do that balancing act that we do with washing rice. And then you can leave it on, so the rest of the water is going to drain into this. Very basic, I know, but often the basics are what we miss and make our lives harder. So I'm not at all about spending time in the kitchen. Like, though, if there's anything that's going to make lives easier, I do that. That's why I don't use mixer grinder, because you have to wash them again after use. I'm not doing that, and I'll tell you the rest later. But so far we've washed our grapes. Now what we're going to do, what kind of utensils are we going to serve this in? Are we going to serve them in a plate or a bowl? We're going to take the smallest possible bowl, if possible a cup, to serve them. Okay, nothing that is laid out flat, because then that takes too much space in your dishwasher and grapes are not worth it. So we're going to take something like this and do it. This is also a great trick to make your family eat more grapes, because it looks like it's a little cup of grapes, but it has a lot inside, like stacked on top of each other. So there's an illusion of less grapes, eating less fruit, but you end up eating more, which is a win-win for everybody, especially for the person who's gonna fill the dishwasher. So on that note, I'm going to sign out of this cooking video. Remember, this is a cooking channel. What we did is cooking, and because we prepared food, so and there was energy involved. Like, I lost some energy doing this. So this is cooking. This is my kind of cooking. If you need more advice, tips on cooking like this, you must subscribe to this channel. I promise you, your life is going to get better, healthier, easier. Truly. Bye.